9 of 13 nations accepted the invitation to be part of the Global South bloc. Uganda, the only African country, Belarus, Bolivia, Cuba, Indonesia, Malaysia, Thailand, Kazakhstan, as well as the Uzbekistan are now officially partner members from the first day of 2025. The partner status is a pathway to becoming full members in the near future. Uganda's government officials say by aligning with the BRICS alliance, the East African country is positioning itself to benefit from deeper economic ties with some of the world's largest emerging markets. Experts say Uganda's significant involvement in regional peacekeeping efforts with the East African region could have influenced the country's appeal to the BRICS grouping over other applicants.
The US dollar's dominance could be on the verge of being dethroned, thanks to the rise of BRICS. But is this the beginning of a new world order, or just a fleeting challenge to the West? Let's dive in. Welcome back to Inkari. It's time, where we explore the most impactful global shifts that are shaping our future. Today we are going to discuss the growing power of BRICS, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, and their latest expansion. 9 new countries have joined the group, and they are positioning themselves to challenge the West, especially the US and its dollar. But will they succeed? Let's break down the potential, the risks, and what this means for the global economy.
The BRICS bloc says it offers countries in the Global South the opportunity to strengthen their role in global governance, but also economic alternatives. Initially founded in 2009 as BRIC by Brazil, Russia, India, and China, the organization grew in 2010 with the addition of South Africa. Egypt, Ethiopia, the UAE, and Iran also joined in January of 2024.
BRICS expansion, a new power bloc. BRICS is no longer just 5 countries. It's expanding with 9 new nations, including Uganda, Belarus, and Indonesia. Together, they represent a massive portion of the world's population and economy. But what does this mean for the global stage? Simply put, BRICS is challenging the West's long-standing economic dominance. The threat to the US dollar. One of the most significant threats posed by BRICS is the push for de-dollarization. These countries are increasingly using local currencies in trade and exploring the idea of a shared BRICS currency. The US dollar has been the backbone of international trade and finance for decades, but this shift could weaken its grip. A stronger voice for developing nations. BRICS is not just an economic bloc, it's a political force. It offers an alternative to the IMF and World Bank, providing funding for infrastructure projects without the political strings attached that often come from Western financial institutions. This could be a game changer for developing countries seeking more autonomy in their growth.
BRICS continues to grow in influence and is becoming one of the most important organizations on Earth. BRICS is a Global South-led forum that was founded in 2009 by Brazil, Russia, India, and China, and then in 2010, South Africa joined. Since then, BRICS has continued to grow. In 2024, 4 new countries were officially admitted as full members, which include Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran, and the United Arab Emirates. And then at a historic summit in the Russian city of Kazan in October 2024, 13 more countries were officially invited to become partner countries of BRICS. In December, Russia confirmed that 9 of those 13 countries have accepted the invitation, and on the 1st of January 2025, the following 9 countries will now become partner countries of BRICS: Belarus, Bolivia, Cuba, Indonesia, Kazakhstan, Malaysia, Thailand, Uganda, and Uzbekistan. And then the other 4 countries that were invited but have not yet accepted the invitation include Algeria, Nigeria, Turkey, and Vietnam. And Russia made it clear that those 4 countries could potentially join as well. They did not reject the invitation, but as of the end of 2024, they had not given an official response. So I made a map that shows the composition of BRICS as of the 1st of January 2025. And now there are 9 full members of BRICS. There are 9 partner countries. There are 4 countries that have been invited to be partners but have not yet officially given an answer. There is 1 country that was invited to be a full member that has not given an answer, that's Saudi Arabia. And there was 1 country that was invited to be a full member but rejected the offer, which is Argentina. When it was originally invited to join, Argentina's center-left government of President Alberto Fernandez said that he was going to join. But then before officially Argentina was accepted, the very right-wing pro-US leader Javier Milei came to power, and he rejected the offer before Argentina officially joined in January of 2024. So what's noteworthy, as you can see on the map, is that BRICS is very powerful in Asia, and it's growing as well in Africa. There are 4 countries that are now part of BRICS officially, and there are 2 more that may be part of BRICS in the near future, Algeria and Nigeria. And Nigeria is the most populous country in Africa. Algeria has the largest landmass in Africa. Over in Latin America, there are now 3 countries in BRICS, including the largest and most populous country in the region, Brazil, with the biggest economy, also including Bolivia and Cuba. Of course, Cuba is a country that has been suffocated for over 60 years by an illegal US blockade. The US has tried to destroy the Cuban economy ever since the revolution in 1959. But Cuba has always been very important in global South movements fighting against colonialism and imperialism. Cuba was part of the non-aligned movement during the First Cold War, and today Cuba has still played a very important role in encouraging unity across the global South. This means that BRICS now has 18 members and partners, and together they represent more than 41% of the global economy when GDP is measured at purchasing power parity, and they represent roughly half of the entire world population. As I'll show later in this analysis today, BRICS also represents more than 1/3 of global oil production, and BRICS countries are very important in global commodity markets, making up some of the largest producers of crucial minerals like nickel and copper and iron ore. And BRICS countries produce huge amounts of food, especially cereals and meat, which are needed to feed the world population. So it's not just that they represent more than 2/5 of the global economy and roughly half the world population. They also are commodity powerhouses, agriculture powerhouses, and energy powerhouses. So BRICS cannot be ignored. The global South is coming together, trying to form some kind of organization for economic cooperation as the global South grows in economic influence.
Internal divisions and challenges. However, there are challenges. BRICS is a diverse group with varying political systems, economic priorities, and regional interests. China and India, for example, have territorial disputes. Can they overcome these differences to present a united front? Or will these internal conflicts prevent BRICS from reaching its full potential? Geopolitical rivalries and Western pushback. Let's not forget the geopolitical dimension. The US and its allies will likely push back against BRICS' growing influence, strengthening their own alliances and offering counter-trade deals. This will create a battle for global influence, one that will have long-lasting effects on the balance of power. So, is BRICS truly a threat to the West? In the short term, it's unlikely to topple the US dollar or shift the global order overnight. But the growing influence of BRICS, combined with their efforts to challenge Western financial systems, could reshape the global economic landscape in the long run. The question is, will the West adapt in time, Or will we see a new multipolar world order emerging from this shift? We want to hear your thoughts. Do you think BRICS will succeed in challenging the US and its dollar? Or is it just another economic experiment? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to hit that like button if you found this video insightful. For more updates on global power shifts, make sure to subscribe to Inkare. It's time. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.